What's up, guys? Back with another video. Third day in a row. Made it 3 days so far. So I was gonna do some Stoker's Wintergreen, but after not being able to take my own advice that I give you guys all the time of keep putting your dip in the freezer, this has gone a little bit on the dry side. Not that big of a deal. I could have wet it up, but to be completely honest, I really wasn't feeling Stoker's today. So, and this is fine cut. Not a problem with fine cut, but I'm just not a fan of it. So, figured, what the hell, stick with good old Copenhagen Wintergreen. And today, I have something a little special for you guys. I think I made a video on this a long time ago. This might end up being a two-part video, so if it is a two-part video, I apologize, because sometimes it does take me a very long time to do this. Let me throw in a pinch, and we will get to it. So, get us a good little pinch. I advise you to put a pinch in too. You don't have to. You don't have to. But it'll make the whole thing a little more enjoyable. Just a little bit more. And then we'll be good. Alright. So today, I'm going to show you how to take off a dip can lid. I've done it 2 or 3 times now. I don't have one to show you guys. I used to have one on my cowboy hat. I think I showed it to you guys on cam before, but it wasn't secured on, like it wasn't glued on or anything. It was just sitting there. Long story short, my cowboy hat fell off and whatever, and I don't know where the lid went. And then I also have a hat somewhere buried around here that has a Copenhagen Wintergreen can lid and a Copenhagen straight can lid on both sides, which ironically I made around Christmas. But I'm wasting time, so honestly, obviously the first thing you're going to do is get an empty dip can. You can do it with a full dip can, but it'll make it a little hard to manage the dip that's in the can, so I would advise doing it with an empty dip can. Second thing you're going to do, you don't have to, but it makes it a little cleaner, is just, clean the back of the can, which I've already done. Now, I might fuck this up. Haven't done it in a long time. But basically, what you want to do is, and I've heard different things, you can do it this way or that way. I don't really think it matters, just as long as you do it right. Another thing to think about too is, from what I've heard, this is really something that can only be done, at least this method is something that can only be done with a Copenhagen can lid. You can't do it with anything else as far as I know. I have heard of people doing it with Grizzly cans and Skull cans, but I've never seen it, so I don't know. I would just go ahead and say, if you're going to try this, stick to the Copenhagen lids. Because they're probably easier to do it with anyway, because they're a little bit thinner. If you want to do it with a different lid, my advice would be just take fucking metal snips to it and just do it that way, because you're gonna, I don't know if you can even do it that way. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera a little bit. But anyway, now that I've wasted half of my video time, let's start. So I'll just do it this way. What I like to do is I like to get these 3 fingers to get kind of like a catch on there, and I like to do the same thing with my palm. And then you just kind of squeeze a little bit. Not so much. Do not crease it. If you crease it, you have to start over. You have to get a new can. Or if you crease it, you got to cut it out, because it's not going to work right. But you're going to have a crease in the middle of the can too. So you're just going to rotate it and put pressure on it. Not a whole lot, but after a while, you'll start feeling it get a little flimsy. I like to close my fingers up on it a little bit, just give a little extra pressure. But again, see, like now I see it's starting to bend a little bit. That's what you want to see, but you don't want to bend it again at the same spot. You want to rotate it to where the bend is that way and bend it there. Now you see it kind of fluctuates back and forth. That's what you want to see happen. This might take a while. I've had cans take so long that it has literally bruised my hand, but I've had cans take 5 minutes and under. So just keep, working it around, being careful not to bend it or not to crease it. But while I work this with my hand until what I want to happen happens, I'll talk a little bit about what's going on in my life. My truck has decided that it wants to be a dick yet again. It's knocking again, which it was doing before I got the motor replaced. But this time I think it's just plug knock. It's old plugs. It's an old motor I got put in there. But it's also burning oil like crazy, which it's been doing since I got the new motor in. Basically what I think is happening is my returns, my oil returns, and my valve cover gaskets are clogged. So they're not letting the oil go back into the engine, so it's just staying up in the valve cover valve covers and just burning it off. One thing, I mean, if you have the same problem, one thing you can do to fix that is put a quart of automatic transmission fluid in your oil and run it for about a week, and then change your oil, and that should do the trick. If not, you'll have to pull those valve covers off and clean those returns out manually with a brush or something. Something that you can really just get in there and get the gunk off of them. Make sure that it's going to let oil go back into your engine. I really hope I don't have to do that because I hate pulling engines apart. I went to tech school for it. I'm not really big on automotive. I like automotive. Don't get me wrong. I love working on cars. But pulling engines apart is something that's a very tedious process. It's very easy to fuck something up in your engine if you don't do things right. Sorry, I'm just watching this can, make sure I'm not creasing it or anything. So that's that. Another thing is, I know I've been talking a little bit about my career change and my choices. I'm starting to lean a little bit towards welding. I'm going to be a welder for a while, or for my life. But I'm not 100% on that. I want to do that just because it seems like something fun to do. There's good money in it, well, decent money in it, and there's a high demand for welders. Basically, I would say, for all you people out there that don't know what you want to do, go into a skilled trade. They're in high demand. Everybody in high school says, "Oh, skilled trades are for people who are too dumb to go to college," and that's just absolutely not true. Plenty of people go to college for skilled trades and get bachelor's degrees in skilled trades. So, no, I'm not going to do that, but because college just ain't for me. At least traditional college isn't. But pretty much going to be a welder. So I'm kind of looking at different schools on where I can do that. I was thinking Rankin, but they're expensive as shit. But they are a really good college. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. As far as I know, they're pretty much only a Missouri school. But I know a lot of people that go to Rankin or went to Rankin, and they have very good job placement. So yeah, just keep working on this can a little bit. Okay. That's fine. I figured I was hoping this wouldn't take this long. See, I've got it pretty bent though. So the more you work this, the more it's going to be easy to crease it. So you just got to be. What I like to do is I like to get it like this, and I like to put my hand there just so I'm I know I'm not going to crease it. I add a little bit of support to it. so I know I'm not going to crease it. And that way you can also add a little bit more pressure to speed it up. But as you can see, I'm starting to get a blister on my hand, so I might, I'll just man it out. You can wear a glove while you do this if you want, but oh, did you hear that? That, I don't know if you heard that, not the but this started to crack. That's what you want to hear. I don't know if you guys can hear that. That's a seal in between, in the middle, and that starting to break. And that is when you are almost done. I might be able to do this in one video. Just keep working it. Yeah, there you go. See it? Here it started to crack. Keep working it. Don't try to force it. Let it do all. I mean, you got to do the work, but let it get itself out. If you try to speed up the process by pulling it or something, you're liable to screw it up. So now you can really hear it. See if I got. Yeah. See, you can kind of. Oh, there you go. It's coming out. See. What? 10 minutes of working it? No. 6 minutes of working it. And it's pretty much out. At this point, it's okay to pull it because it's only connected right there. So I'll just pull it out and snap it off. And there you have it. There's a can lid. There's a lot of things you can do with these. Some people I know will cut or cover this, put them on a belt buckle or something. What I like to do is put it on my hat or something. Basically, you can fold that right where that line is. There's a line right there where that label is. You can fold that and fold it on your hat. In fact, I might do that. I'll just go ahead and fold that right there. Oh shit. Cat, get out off of there. Get out! My damn cat likes to crawl up where my fucking TV is, and I'm afraid she's gonna knock it off because she's a clumsy bitch. So, fold this over, just like that. See? Just like that. Now, this ain't perfect, because I didn't get it directly on the crease there, but you can fold over as much as you can, then just peel it up just a little bit. Then you can take your hat off, and get it to go under your hat. If you want, what I did with my old hat, because eventually that will stop being so tight and it'll start falling off your hat every once in a while. I took a little bit of super glue and I super glued it on my old hat, and that worked pretty well. So basically you can put it on your hat just like that, wear it, and it's just a cool accessory thing you can do. Obviously it's free other than the cost of the can of dip, which you're going to buy anyway. I try not to do it with too many cans because I'm in the process of collecting cans to make a dip tower when I finally get a new setup area to make dip videos in. And I don't know how many I have. I was going to do that with a snuff can, but I only have one right now. I want to get another one, so I have one for my tower. I want to have at least one. I'm not a huge fan of snuff, but I want to have at least one can of snuff for my tower, so just in case I don't get around to buying a a new can of dip, I will just save that for now. But yeah, you can do it with any Copenhagen can. I've heard you can do it with Skull and Grizzly, but I don't think you can. Your best bet there is probably just to cut it. So that's all I have today. I'm out of time anyway, and I'm really glad I didn't have to make 2 videos here. That is the finished product, and now you guys know how to do that. I know I said in my video about dipping accessories that I would make a video on how to do that. So there you go. I'll see you guys later. Like always, like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Make one of these. Send it to me on Twitter, and I'll show it off, I guess. See you guys later. Keep dipping and spitting.